Yo, what up, friends? So today I've come to talk to you about a interesting series or project that I'm going to be working on. Over the last couple of days, possibly the last week and a half, that I've been hanging out on stream. I've been talking to Chad about what to do with the new axe that we crafted, what kind of build to play, what kind of content we haven't explored, and something came to mind, and you guys were really hyped over seeing some delve. Now, I've never delved before. I've never dived into delve before. I didn't know anything about delve, as it was always been like a mystery to me. The most I've ever done with delve was like the infinite delve events. I'd get down a little bit in the hole, I'd mess around. There was no like crafting bench or anything, and I would always just give delve up. My buddy Dez was always a big delver. Depano told me to delve. You guys told me to delve, and I was like, okay, cool. We made this really awesome axe. If you haven't seen the axe, you can look at my last video. We made a really awesome, amazing mirror tier axe to play Bone Shatter. And I went to go try it out. I cleared all the content with Bone Shatter. I had a great time. I killed a bunch of bosses, and then I dived into the hole. And I very quickly found out that one-handed Bone Shatter is good, or two-handed Bone Shatter is good, but it's not great. By not great, I mean for diving down deep. Now, as far as delve goes, there's a lot of information, and this is where I'm going to turn to you guys. Some of you guys tell me 300's really good, 400, 500, 600 depth's really good. And there's a lot of information that says if you can get down between 3 and 6, 3 and 7, and start going down and go sideways, you can find a lot of really cool things that'll give you a lot of divine per hour. Now, if you guys have delved before, or you have a depth that you're comfortable with, or a depth that you have made a lot of divines per hour, leave a comment down below, because I'm getting a lot of conflicting information and I'm still trying to research it. Now, today's video is going to be a part 1 of 3, maybe a 1 of 2, where we're just going to talk about basics of delve, how to get sulfite, where to get sulfite, how to run your maps, and then the idea and concept behind delve, what to look for when you go to nodes, what kind of gear you want to pick up, and how to make a little bit of currency. As the bigger and deeper currency per hour shots, we're still kind of on discovering, as a lot of information in the deepest parts of the hole are yet to really be revealed. There's some information from older leagues that are floating out there, some information from newer leagues that are like kind of like, well, by newer I mean more recent, but everything's a little bit of a mystery. Now, I've put together a build thanks to Rudy. He put this really cool Bone Shatter build together. There will be a link in the description down below of the build for the video that I'm following. And delve has opened my mind and opened my eyes to a new end game that is out of this world. Now, talk about delve and to show you delve, we have in our hideout, we have the mine encampment. The mine encampment has a guy, we don't know what he's on or what he's doing or who he's sniffing, but he's called Nico. Nico has a subterranean chart that looks like this. It has all kinds of really cool things on it, and each one of these little points or interests are nodes. Each one of these nodes offer us different cool things, and that's just the start of our delve journey. Now, before we get into all the nodes and stuff, we'll talk about the basics. To go delving, we need a couple of things. We need some sulfite, which is this big bar over here, and we need to fill that up, and we need to get on our way. To fill up sulfite, we're going to go back to our hideout. We're going to open up a map. Now, I know a lot of people watching this will be like, I already know how to do that, but there are players out there who I found out while streaming have no idea about this and what to do. So I've put together an atlas tree for farming sulfite. There'll be a link to this in the video or in the description down below. This is not the most optimized tree, as I still have some big nodes and I'm wandering paths. So for the atlas link, I will clean it up for you guys. Don't even worry. I have not need to clean it up, but I'll clean it up for you guys. So I'm going to grab my maps. I'm going to scour all my maps. I'm going to chisel all my maps. I'm going to alk all my maps. And I'm going to corrupt all my maps. Now, I was told, and this is another of those moments where you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've been told that the more quant on the map, the more sulfite we'll get. So we're going to open our map, and if we're focusing solely on delve, then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start running my map. I'm going to grab my sulfite, and I'm just going to keep kind of chucking along. Now, a lot of people that I've talked to that do this do multiple ways of farming their sulfite. Some have second characters. Some have, you know, their main character has a gem swap, so forth and so on. So, you know, whatever way or whatever character that you use that runs really, really, really fast, use that to farm your sulfite. Okay, sorry. That was a pretty big trade, and I really wanted to make it. So, we ran our first map, grabbed some sulfite, We'll grab the rest of our maps to keep going. And I'm actually going to make a little swap here. A little swaparino. Whoops. Make a little swaparino here so that I can move a little bit faster. So open up our next map. We'll go grab our sulphite. Now, I'm not going to fill up my sulphite tank during this video, as it would take like a whole 3 maps, and I don't want to sit here for 3 maps. I want to get down in the mine, and I kind of want to show you guys what's going on. And a little bit of sulphite will do the trick. Okay, so we filled up our sulphite. We are ready to go. We're going to go take a deep dive into the mines and just kind of look around and figure out where we want to go and how we want to do things. Now, your first time in the mines with your character, you're not really going to know where you want to go. You're not going to know how you're going to want to do it. And the advice that I was given goes as follows. You should go into the mines and you should start going down. And you should go down until your character is no longer comfortable to go down. Now, just keep going down. And then as soon as you hit a wall, I'll explain later. You keep going down, and as soon as you hit a wall, you should go side to side. Now, for me, I have not hit that wall yet, but a lot of players hit that wall pretty early, and sometimes it's 300, sometimes it's 400, sometimes it's 500. I suggest kind of messing around with your character and seeing how far down you can go. If you're looking for different budget strategies or different builds, I'll put some stuff together and update the description of this video or the next video and try to get you guys some cool guides or budget builds that you can do. Now, when you're looking at your subterranean chart or your mining chart, delving chart, and you're figuring out where you want to go and what you want to do, there are paths that you could follow, as you can see where I've been mining towards, and there are nodes that you're going to want to get to. Some of these nodes are really profitable. Some of these nodes you should avoid. And the basics of everything is I have been told that the good nodes are the bosses and the bad nodes are like a lot of everything else. So things that we're looking for Molten Cavity, these little red, little beautiful nodes. These will give us faceted or fractured fossils. I'm still learning. I don't remember. We'll get either fractured or faceted fossils from this one. And then we're looking for Humid Fissues, which are these, and these will give us the other one. These are both really good nodes. So we want Humid Fissues and Molten Cavities. And then on the red side of things, there are, or on the green, blue side of things. I know, dude, I know my delve knowledge is very bad, so I'm learning with you. We're looking for time lost caverns, and these will give us another really good fossil. And you're saying, wait, fossil, what are you talking about? Now, I'm sure in your fossil tab, you have a bunch of like random jagged fossils and other stuff, but we get things like faceted fossils. These are 1 to 3 to a divine. We get fractured fossils. These are 1 to 2. We get some glyphid fossils. These glyphid fossils are 4 to a divine. There is also hollow fossil. Hollow fossils are 5 to a divine. And we can get a lot of really cool divines and a lot of really cool things. Outside of the fossils, there are other really cool nodes like these. These are lightning nodes. They have a little lightning bolt on them. If we scout around, you can see there's breach nodes. There's chaos nodes. There's more fossil nodes. There's breach nodes. There's weapon nodes. There's azurite nodes. There's fire nodes too. That's a beyond node. I don't see a fire node anymore. There's a fire node right there. We can't really see it, but it's a little flame. And all of these nodes have something interesting or something that you should really be aiming for. I know I'm like stuttering and trying to think of my words, because I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this because it's so new to me. These nodes give you minion or aura items. Now, the relevance or the importance of these nodes is they could drop mods that are very specific only to delve. For example, my helmet is fractured with physical damage from hits taken as lightning damage. This is a delve mod. This drops only in delve, and if this drops fractured and increases the value astronomically, this helmet was about 15 divines. Sir Gog did a video about talking about the chaos nodes and how if you find Fizz taken as chaos on a hubris circlet, that's like 20 divines or 15 divines. And there's a lot of really interesting things in the nodes that you can go and get. Now, if you've never delved before, a lot of this is going to sound like mumbo jumbo and a little weird, and I know, and it's confusing, and I'm sorry, but it all makes sense as soon as you get in the hole. And I encourage you to just kind of go dig around the hole. And if you get stuck or get lost, come ask me questions or leave questions in the video down below. So we're going to go. We're going to grab some flares. We're going to grab some mines. Don't worry about this right now. We'll explain that in a second. And we're going to go in the hole. We're going to talk to our good old friend, the bear. And we're going to notice make sure my flasks are okay. Right away that there's a spooky aura going on and we don't really know. So we're going to talk to the bear. We're going to start following the bear. And you really want to stay in the light here, as these mobs in the darkness will kill you, and they will kill you fast. And mobs in the darkness do not take any damage. So stay with the light. The bear will follow you as you will follow the bear. And the faster you move, the faster the bear will move. For example, if I click on my buffs, oh God, I'm going to die. If I click on my buffs and I start speeding, he'll pick up speed. Now, when you get to your destination, there'll be a little yellow thing on the floor. You'll go to the little yellow thing and you'll start your event. It's a little loud. So we start the event. We kill all the mobs. We do a lot of damage. We do a lot of damage. We do a lot of damage. Go! Hit the mobs. We do a lot of damage. We do a lot of damage, and we clear. I love this build. We clear the event, and we pick up our Azurite. Azurite will also be another thing that we're going to talk about in a minute, as we need a little bit of it to kind of show you what's going on. Now, in the darkness and in the delve, we've talked about the special nodes, like the fossil nodes. We've talked about the lightning nodes and the chaos nodes, but let's talk about the Azurite nodes. Azurite is the currency in delve that you will be using to do and fund a lot of your projects. This is an Azurite node. It's a little mushroom looking node. You'll notice on the mushroom there is a number 1 on this one, a number 2 on this one, and a number 3 on this one. Or for some of you who've never heard of them, they're Roman numerals. So there's 1 eye, 2 eyes, and 3 eyes. And this will talk about the difficulty of the Azurite node that we've just went over. So I need to collect a little bit of Azurite to show you next steps. So let's go collect some Azurite. So let's go port over here to the next Azurite node. So we'll go to our movement setup. We'll go follow the bear. We'll go really, really, really fast. We'll get to the node. We'll click on the Azurite. We'll buff ourselves up, and then we'll start swinging our axe, and we'll start swinging it really fast. Now, Delve has builds that are very specialized the deeper you go. You'll notice my build is a little strange. It does no damage, then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it just blows everything up. That's for another video, as Rudy did a great job in his description of it, and you can find that video in the comments or in the description down below. But I'll also be covering it in a video later on. So we clear it, we grab our Azurite, we talk to the bear, and then we go to the next node, and we go get some more Azurite. Now I know, I've done 2 of these nodes. What's the whole point? Why am I collecting Azurite? Azurite is not the normal currency that you're looking for. It is not your divines, your chaos. Like, why are you doing this? And we're doing this because there's a special vendor that uses the Azurite back in the mine encampment, and that guy's Nico. And Nico and Azurite have a special bond that I cannot begin to describe. So, but I'll show you in a second what you're gonna buy and what you're gonna do, and we're gonna talk about profit per hour. So I'll put a little thing so you guys can skip to the profit per hour part of this. Now, these nodes are timed, I've been told, and I have noticed that, you know, after about 45 seconds, the mob that you need to kill spawns, which is these little Azurite living things. On node 3, there's a little boss. They're not bad. The biggest problem with Delve is some of the nodes are timed, and they're like a whole 40 seconds. So let's collect our Azurite. Let's go back to town, and let's go to the mine encampment. So we use Azurite for a couple of things. We use Azurite to refill our sulfite capacity up to 65k. The more you fill your tank, the more Azurite it's going to take. We use Azurite to cap our darkness resistance. I don't have my darkness resistance capped, as it is too much Azurite for me right now, and I'm still able to go down without taking a ton of damage. We use it to cap our light radius. Our light radius gives us more area of effect for light with... I know that sounds weird. The bear actually has a little lamp on its head, which I realize you can't see here because the bear's not with me. But if I go down in the mine, the bear actually has a little light on his head, and you can see where the light is going. So if you increase your light radius, that light will be extended further out. We can pick up flares. Flares we use to drop on the ground. You can notice, my face is probably in the way. But on your number 6 or your number 7, which you can rebind, we have a flare. We could drop them on the ground so that we could see in the darkness if we want to run around in the dark. And we have some dynamite that we can use to break walls. Now, if you run around in the darkness, you're going to notice there are some breakable walls. There's a lot to do with the darkness. There's a lot to do with the farming. There's a lot to do with breakable walls. But we're going to leave that for the next video, as we really wanted to just kind of cover the basics. And I highly encourage you to just go into the mines for net right now and start asking some questions, and we can cover a lot of the topics in the next video. So if you guys have a million questions, make sure you ask them in the comments down below so that I can make sure I cover everything that you guys need in the next video. So we use our Azurite and we buy all these cool things. We get more flares, we get more dynamites, we get more sulfite, and you're eventually going to say to me, hey, my build's at 600. I'm really chilling. I'm making 10 divines an hour. Yes, you're making 10 divines an hour, about 600 depth, 500 depth. What do I do with the rest of my Azurite? How do I increase my profit gains? Well, if you talk to Nico, Nico's going to sell you resonators at different values. Now, I have been told that the best resonator is the single tier resonator, and I just did a couple nodes. I was able to buy 18 resonators. Resonators are about 2C each. So in the 5 minutes I was down there, I made 28 times 2 is 46. 8 times 2 is 16. Carry the 1. 36. 36. I made 36C in like 30 seconds of talking to you guys. Right? So I'll put these and I'll start stockpiling these in bulk. At 600 of these, I'll have pretty much, well, in big bulk, you could sell it 100 to a divine, but I'll probably just sell it 101 to a divine just to move them. So yeah, I've been stocking up divines. Now, profit per hour in Delve. How do I make money? What do I do? What's the goal? How do I do it? So step 1, get to about 400 to 600 depth. Step 2, look for the humid fissures and the molten cavities. These are humid fissures. These are molten cavities. These are located in the red and yellow biomes. Other nodes that are really good to look for in the blue biomes are the time lost. I'm looking for one. Oh, there's one over there I can go get. Oh, there's one over there I'm going to go get. That's exciting. Yeah, the time lost caverns. So humid fissures, molten cavity, time lost caverns. The deeper down in Delve you go, the more likely they are to spawn. So if you can get deep, go deep. The deeper you go in the hole, the more profit per hour you're going to get. Outside of that, things that you're going to be looking for. You're going to be looking for all. He's the big boss down there. All drops an amulet. All amulets can range from 1 divine to infinite divines, depending on what you uncover. You're going to look for Auzohotile, which is the red boss. You're going to kill him. He drops a Doriani map. I've been told the Doriani map right now is anywhere between 2 and 4 divines. And there's a lot of money to be made. Delve is a wild, interesting beast. Delve is it's cool. It's exciting. It's fun. Currently, I am at depth 1080. I am going as low as I can go. I've been told that the real money starts at 1800 or 1600. Pretty sure it's 1800. That's when the sulfite caps out and you can get the max amount of sulfite per node. So my goal this weekend after I put this video out is to go as deep as I can get into the mines and just keep going deeper and keep going deeper. I'm following a build from a content creator who I've mentioned a couple times in this video. This build supposedly can go down to like 5,000 or 6,000 delves. So if you want to watch this journey and you want to follow along with me, I suggest you head on over to my Twitch stream, or you wait for the next video to come out, and I'm hopefully going to be able to get down a couple hundred depth today. So we'll see. But for now, I just encourage you guys to go into the mines. I encourage you guys to like peek around in the mines. And I know this video wasn't very in-depth on Delve. It was just the basics to open your eyes that this is the thing you can be doing. This is the thing I'm exploring. And I encourage you to come try it with me and learn it with me, because it could just be pretty good. So for now, friends, if you have any questions, leave them down below. Come on over to the Twitch stream. I'm going to get back into the mine. I'm going to get this video out to you guys, and we're just going to kind of go see what can happen and how it goes. I'm actually going to put this node at the end of the video now. So if you want to see what this node looks like, stick around and I'll give you guys a little show.